So now it's 2 o'clock, so we would like to start the online international symposium. And I'll be serving as the master of ceremony today. And I'm the specially appointed assistant professor of the Institute of Innovative Research. My name is Alexander Ian May. And as for the profiles of all the speakers today, please take a look at our website. So first, we would like to ask Kazuya Masu, the president of the Tokyo Institute of Technology, to give us the opening remarks. So, President Masu, would you like to take the microphone? Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for your kind introduction. I am the president of Tokyo Institute of Technology. And today we welcome all of you to the online international symposium titled as Establishing a World Research Hub for the Creation of Revolutionary New Technologies. And we have the audience and the presenter from Japan and also from outside of Japan. Thank you very much. And also we have Mr. Tsuyoshi Sugino, Director General of the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science and Technology. Thank you for joining us. And we believe that today's International Symposium is an opportunity to introduce you on what we are doing on our university. And we, as a designated national university, Tokyo Institute of Technology aims to become one of the world's top 10 research universities. And to achieve this goal, in fiscal year 2016, 4 research institutes and 2 research centers and 10 research units were reorganized into the Institute of Innovative Research. And also, we have 10 of the research units, which is in a more smaller scale. And in our university, we have about 1,000 faculty members, and about 1/6 of them, 180, are belonging to this research institute. And this Institute for the IIR, we are trying to become the world research hub. And as a flexible research institute, we would like to strongly promote the research with competitive edge and try to generate the actual research achievement and innovation and to contribute to industry and society. And as one part of this project, we have established the Tokyo Tech World Research Hub Initiative within Institute of Innovative Research, which will run for 6 years from FY 2016 to FY 2021. And it is the cornerstone of promoting international joint research to realize the World Research Hub by accepting prominent researchers from universities around the world, including Japan. And in addition, due to the governance reform in the 2019 academic year, even they belong to another faculty, they can actually join to our World Research Hub group. So with the whole university, we are making full effort to realize the World Research Hub and improve our international competitiveness. And personally, for 2 years from 2016, as a Director General, I had been involved in this WRHI project launch. And in order to promote the research with the prominent researchers worldwide, we need to further develop and organize a research environment. And also, we need to give a full support in terms of their study and the daily life, even before they come to Japan until they go back to their own country. Therefore, with URL, we make a research support, and the bilingual staff will give them daily miscellaneous support. And it's been 4.5 years since our launch. So the activities of WRHI and what we have achieved so far, and in order to build a mobile and effective international joint research, we would like to have a further detailed and deep discussion within this symposium. And today, as a keynote lecture, we have Professor Tadashi Furuhara, the Director, Institute of Material Research of Tohoku University, and also the Professor Toshiharu Teranishi, the Institute of Chemical Research of Kyoto University. So, Professor Furuhara, Professor Teranishi, thank you very much for joining us today. And furthermore, at the panel discussion, we have the participants from outside of Japan, and we would like to make a discussion on the international joint studies in the future, which meets the need of time and society. Thank you very much for all of you who will be joining the panel discussion. And it is my sincere hope that today's symposium will provide an opportunity for the internationalization of a university and further development of WRHI. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you, President Masu. Next, I would like to invite the Director of the Research Promotion Bureau of the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports and Science, Mr. Tsuyoshi Sugino. The floor is yours, Mr. Sugino. Thank you very much for your kind introduction. I am Tsuyoshi Sugino, the Director of the Research Promotion Bureau of the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports and Science. Thank you very much for inviting me to this WRHI Online International Symposium today. I would like to take this opportunity to express my deepest respect to Kazuya Masu, the President of Tokyo Institute of Technology, and Toru Hisabori, the Director General of the Institute of Innovative Research, IIR, and those who have been endeavoring since the establishment of IIR in 2016. Tokyo Tech is actively reinforcing its research capability in the Institute of Innovative Research with 3 pillars concepts. Number 1, to reinforce the governance for international research activity as a world research hub. Number 2, to establish flexible research scheme. And number 3, to prepare an environment to enable the furthering of comprehensive research capability under the strong leadership of the President. Especially, I have been told that in order to contribute to the solidification of the foundation of scientific and technological innovation as a global research hub, WRHI is actively promoting cross-disciplinary exchanges among world top-class researchers and scholars in order to create new research domain to resolve challenges faced by the mankind and to develop future industrial bases. 4 years has passed since the inception of WRHI. Now it is inviting world first-class researchers from 22 countries, and a global research network is being built, integrating both Tokyo Tech's network and their network. I am looking forward to witness the progress so far made to be the World Research Hub during today's symposium. This year, the whole world is suffering from COVID-19 pandemic, and it limits the movement of researchers at home and abroad. International collaborative research may be difficult at the moment, but I believe that to resolve this problem facing the humankind, innovation in the field of science and technology is imperative, and thus it is important to promote academic and fundamental researches that are the source of the innovation. Our ministry is proceeding with initiatives to provide continuous science and research funds and to form a world's top-class research spaces through WIP projects, etc. Furthermore, we have just established Innovative Research Support Project. This is to assist diverse range of researchers centering around young researchers for them to tackle free, challenging, and hybrid type of work for the maximum of 10 years. Tokyo Tech's WRHI activities will strengthen the international network and generate globally competitive scientists that are necessary for making Japan's research capabilities stronger. So our ministry has a great interest in your activities. I have been told that you will have discussion on how to establish and promote measures for flexible and effective international collaborative research. I have great expectations that WRHI programs will serve as one of the model cases of how a new way of international joint research should be for with and post-COVID-19 times. In concluding my greetings, I'd like to wish for further development of WRHI and its contribution to Tokyo Tech's long-term goal of being the world's best technical institute. And I pray for the health and prosperity of all of you. Thank you for your kind attention.
杉野様、ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much, Mr. Sugino.
続いて、科学技術創生研究員、
So now, from Professor Toru Hisabori, the Director General of the Institute of Innovative Research, we will hear the overview of the Institute of Innovative Research. Professor Hisabori, would you like to take the microphone?
本日は WRHI オンライン国際シン
So
ポジウ
thank you
ム
very much for
多数お
joining
集まり
to
いただき、
WRHI Online International
科学技
Symposium.
術創生研究員委員長の久保
I'm
でございます
Hisabori, the Director General of the Institute of Innovative
研究振
Research.
興局長の杉野
First of
様には
all, I would
お
like
忙し
to
いとこ
give
ろご臨席い
warmest
ただき
gratitude for
力強
Mr.
いサポート
Sugino
の
of
言葉を
the
頂
Next
戴し
in
大変あり
his
がたく
busy
思っており
schedule,
ま
but
す
have a
今
very
後とも
supportive
どう
and
ぞよろしくお
encouraging
願いいた
words.
します
Thank you very much for your
さ
support.
て私の方からは
So
研究員のご紹介をさ
I
せ
would
てい
like
ただき
to
ます
introduce you about our institute.
先ほど本学の増学長から紹
So,
介がありまし
as
た通り
President Masu
本学は
explained,
2016年に教育改
in
革と研究改革を断
2016,
行いたし
we
まし
had
た。
conducted
この
the
時にそれまでありま
educational
した
and research
3 学
reform.
部23学科
And we
6大
had
学
3
院研
faculty
究
and
科45専
23
攻を整理統合し
division,
て
but
6
been
学院19
reorganized
系といたし
into
ました。
6 of the
合わ
institutes
せて
and 19 systems.
4府地研究所
So we
造情
have
工学研
4
究所の5研
institutes
究所
and
研究セン
5
ター等を
institutes and
科学技
the
術創生研
research
究員という
centers.
研究
And
を
we
中心と
actually
す
had
る
made
部
into
局
this
にいたしまし
Institute
た。
of Innovative Research, mainly focusing
現
on
在、科
the
学技術創
research.
生研究員
And
以
currently,
降研究員と称しますが、
we call
こ
it
ちらの構
this
成は
institute,
このようになってお
but
りま
this
す。
is how it
研究員
organized.
の主な組織は、
So these are
学
the
内
main
の卓越した研究者の
organizations.
個の研究を発展させ
We
るた
try
めの
to develop
研究ユニッ
individual
ト。
research
こ
through
れが
the research
発展した
units,
研究グループ
and
で
it
ある研
actually
究セ
grew
ンター。
into the research
さ
centers,
らにこれを
and
発展させ
then
た研
it
究所と
actually
いう構
evolved into the research
成。研究ユニ
laboratories.
ットは
And the
学
research
内の
units,
どこに所属する教員でも
where
作ることがで
it
きます
can
の
actually
で、
be created by
研究
any
をさらに
faculty
発展させ
member.
る循環を起こそうと
So
いう
we
システム
try
にな
to
っております
create the circulation in order to
こ
have
ちらのデー
an
タは
active research.
2016年に
And
研
this
究員が発
data,
足して以降の
after
パフォーマンスの上昇
2016,
の
we
例
are
をお示
showing
しした
how
もの
our
です。
performance level
外
have
部資
been
金の獲得額の
increasing.
推移はこちら
And
に
in
示しました
terms
通
of how
り、
we
右
can
肩上が
get
りになっており
the
ます。
fund from outside, as you can
ま
see,
た、
it's
研
growing.
究力の指標であ
And
る
also one
教
of
員あたりの
the
論文数
the
ですが、
index on
年
how
平
our
均
research
9
has been
近くを発表
conducted
していま
about
す。
the paper
これは
productivity. We have
東京工業
about
大学の全学平均、あるいは
1.8.6.
東京大学、京都大
And
学よりも
this
多
compared
くなって
to
お
the
り、
University of Tokyo or Kyoto University
そ
or
れでは
Tokyo
研
Tech,
究
we
員の
have
構
the
成を
most.
簡単に
And
ご
now I
紹介
would
いた
like
し
to
ます。
introduce you some of
科学生
our
命科学研
researchers.
究所は
from the Laboratory of Chemistry and Life Science 80 years ago. It actually had evolved from this 80 years ago, and they are based on the basic science. And they try to create a new academic field and try to create a very promising research. And as for the Laboratory for Future Interdisciplinary Research of Science and Technology, they also had been created based on this electricity or electron or information nano device or from machine to the urban prevention of the disaster. So from micro to macro, they are making research in order to be fully be used in the society. And the Laboratory for Materials and Structures, they have the organic materials or the metal materials, and by studying on the materials, they try to create new materials. And the Laboratory for Advanced Nuclear Energy, before they have the Laboratory for Advanced Nuclear Energy, but the nuclear energy system or nuclear energy security are their major area, but also trying to come up with a next generation energy system. However, on the other hand, there are 4 laboratories or the centers. One of them is Cell Biology Center. In 2016, the Nobel laureate, the Professor Yoshinori Osumi, is the director. And from the basic research on the cell biology to the application had been conducted. And the Solution Research Center for Advanced Energy Systems for the energy saving or new energy technology should be advanced in order to avoid the global warming and try to create and establish the environment for the stable energy usage. And Advanced Research Center for Social Information Science Technology, they utilize ICT technology and try to resolve the social issues and also to make the policy recommendations. And as you can see, these social issues are their focus of their research area. And the 4th research center is the Future of Humanity Research Center. It's been established in February this year, so this is a new center. And this is the liberal arts center had been the mother center for this, and by the fusion of this new humanities and also for the social studies, they try to create a new field. And also, as you can see, there are 13 research units. And here in each of the research field, the prominent researchers are making studies. And in our university, in order to develop these studies, we are supporting on the venues and locations and environment. And for those success, research unit would be able to evolve into the research center. So actually for next spring, from this research unit, we will be having a new research center. As you can see on the summary slide on what we are doing, so we first try to develop the young people, young researchers. So the doctorate student should actually have the support financially. So we had started the research fellowship system. And also, in order to promote the integrated research, this will be one of the attention topics. So in order to promote this, we would like to further strengthen on the field of AI or data science. And also, in each research center, they have the support for the mixed joint usage or open facility centers that's been established in the Tokyo Tech. We try to promote the facilities for research as well. And also, For
事業である
the
WRHI
SCC
事業を行ってい
project,
ます。
WRHI is
さらに
one of
研
these.
究員の研究力を生かして
And also
今私たちが
utilizing the
直面している
studying
パンデミックのよう
capability
な
of the
社会課題
researchers,
に対応する
we
研
try
究
to
を
deal with
常に行っ
social
ていきたいという
issues
ふう
such
に
as
考えております。
COVID-19
実際
pandemic.
このパンデミックに対応するた
So
めに
in order to deal with
私
this
たち研究員で
COVID-19
は
pandemic,
脱コロナ禍
we
研究プロジェク
researchers,
ト
we
を
have
本年の
this
5月に開
research
始いたしま
project
し
in
た。
order to exit from the COVID-19,
こち
which
ら
has
に示しま
started
すよう
in
に、
May
こ
this
の
year.
脱コロナ禍研究プロジェク
So
ト
as
で
you
は、
can see
検査、
on
ワ
this
クチン開発
project,
だけで
it's
はなく、
overcoming the
医療デバイ
COVID-19
ス、
pandemic,
ウイ
not
ルスの
just
除去、
about the test
あるい
or
は
the
ニューノ
vaccine,
ーマル
but
の支援
also
か
the
ら将来予
devices or
測ま
to
で
remove
幅
and
広い
diminish
研
the
究をす
vaccine,
でに開
and
始してお
also
ります。
for the future studies.
最後のパネルは
And my last
WRHI
slide
事業
is
の
about the
概略を示したものです。
WRHI outline.
こちらの詳細につきましては、
And the
担
detail
当
for
の
this,
東副研究員長からご紹介いたしま
Professor
す。
Azuma will
以上
explain
で
in
本
detail.
研究員の
So
ご紹
with
介と
this,
さ
I
せてい
would
ただ
like to
きます。
conclude
どう
on
もあり
my
がとうございました。
presentation on the overview of the Institute of Innovation Research. Thank you very much.
ダボリ先生、ありがとうございました
Thank you very much, Professor
続いて
Hisabori. Now
科
I'd
学
like
技
to
術創生
invite
研究員教授 WRHI
Professor at
Laboratory
Laboratory for Materials and Structures Institute of Innovative Research, Tokyo Tech, WRHI Steering Committee Chairman, Professor Azuma.
WRHI の運営委員長を務めております。
I am the chairman of the WRHI Steering Committee. I'd like to thank President No for his strong support, expressing his strong support. Now I'd like to explain the overview of the WRHI. WRHI invites world-renowned researchers. It's a 6-year project that started in April 2016. We aspire to be a global hub for research, uncovering new fields of research, solving challenges faced by the society, and laying the foundation for the development of future industry. WRHI, as I said, invite researchers from overseas. We have PIs from overseas. We have invited scholars and host researchers who collaborate with overseas researchers. And we have different areas of focus, including information and artificial intelligence, cell biology, materials and devices, as well as social implementations. For overseas invited researchers, they are granted 3-year special assigned professorship. At present, we have PIs and specially assigned researchers, and we have staff members and RAs who provide support for overseas scientists to stay in Japan, from their daily lives to the research activities. And thanks to the WRHI staff members, we have been able to organize this symposium. At WRHI, we receive researchers from overseas. We have many from USA, Europe, and we have scholars from Asia, totaling 22 countries for the world research, international research. PI at RHI, overseas invited researchers and host researchers are collaborating for international collaborative work, we assign satellite labs that are active in research groups. We provide support for these labs. Even under COVID-19, very flexible group formation is possible. At satellite labs, Tokyo Tech's lab and WRHI satellite lab, these function together. I'd like to introduce these labs. First, I'd like to introduce the Complex System Risk Management Lab. Professor Takayasu is the leader of this group. We have renowned scientists from all over the world on the topics of disaster, diseases, health risks. Amongst these renowned professors, we have Professor Havlin, who will be delivering a presentation, and Professor Holm will be participating in the panel discussion. I would like to introduce one research outcome of this group. In this group, they are utilizing GPS data of smartphone to analyze the people's movement pattern under COVID-19. We are expecting that in this pandemic situation, we will be elucidating the behavioral pattern of people. We have a research project for overcoming COVID-19. Various research activities are ongoing. As WRHI, centering around Professor Takayasu's work, we have been supporting various researchers. This one, Innovative Synthetic Biology Lab, is headed by Dr. Suzuki. We have also renowned researchers participating in this research. Professor Ueno will be participating in the panel discussion. Professor Ueno also work for the COVID-19 task group. For materials and device research, Professor Fujii is running the molecular spectroscopy in living systems unit. There is a strong, this is a strong group, having researchers from Japan, US, and Europe. We will be hearing a presentation from Professor Zenneka, and Professor Fuji will be participating in the panel discussion. Another lab is a Science and Technology and Art Design Hybrid Innovation Lab called STADHI Lab. This is a new one. With these activities, WRHI has been producing a lot of publications. In fiscal 2016, we have published only 25, but last year, 111. This outcome has been highly appreciated, and MEXT has been granting us increasing amounts of assistance. Not only the publications, we have a high number of cited publications. Vast majority of WRHI papers are internationally co-authored, significantly higher than average, both in Japan and worldwide, because we have a research outcome from both Japanese and overseas researchers. And top 10% most cited papers account for 14.63%, almost double the global rate in that of Japan. So it seems that thanks to WRHI, Tokyo Tech's research has been more internationalized than ever. Now I'd like to summarize. WRHI has 4 hub groups and 4 satellite labs. Amongst them, we have PIs and invited researchers from overseas, and we also have host researchers working together. There are 7 PIs and 7 specially assigned professors supporting the activities. There are 62 invited international researchers, and we have 4 designated staff and 5 URA members supporting our programs. And more than 100 internationally co-authored papers have been generated, around 15% in the top 10% most cited papers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Azuma. Now we would like to move on to keynote speech, and we'll have the Professor Tadashi Furuhara, Director of Institute for Materials Research, Tohoku University. And we'll have 2 speakers. The first speaker is Professor Furuhara from Tohoku University, and the second speaker is Professor Toshiharu Teranishi from the Kyoto University. And the detailed CV of each professor, please refer to our website. So first, we'll have Professor Furuhara to give us the keynote speech. When you are ready, please take the floor.
So can you see?
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Tadashi Furuhara, the director of the Institute of Material Research at Tohoku University. It's very honored for me to be a part of the very nice international symposium organized by Tokyo Tech World Research Hub Initiative. I would like to thank the organizer for inviting me to this symposium. Our institute was designated as the International Joint Research Center in Material Science in 2018. So our program is named as the Global Institute of Material Research Tohoku, GIMATI. So I'd like to introduce the current activity of GIMATI in the following. Here's the outline of my talk. First, I'd like to briefly introduce our institute. Then I'd like to mention about the activity of our International Joint Research Center. Then I'd like to advertise our various resources for collaborative research in IMR. Then I'd like to summarize my talk. First, our institute, IMR, is acting as the International Center for Excellence of Material Research with more than 100 years of history. Our mission is to conduct a broad range of basic and applied material research and to create the new materials that benefit society and promote the material science as a foundation for industrial development, as well as the fostering the growth of the material science researchers. Here is the table of the history of our institute. Our institute was founded in 1916, the second division of the Provisional Institute for Physical and Chemical Research in Tohoku University. Then we renamed the Iron and Steel Research Institute, and later Research Institute of Iron, Steel, and Other Metals. Perhaps the start of our joint research for community is the time when we installed the Japan's first helium liquefier. that was opened for the Low Temperature Physics Society. Officially, in 1987, we renamed our Institute of Material Research to be a national collaborative research institute set it at the Tohoku University. Then we developed various large facilities during those years. Then in 2008, we established our International Collaboration Center. Then in 2009, by MEXT, we are certified as Joint Research Center for Material Science. Then 2 years ago, we are certified as International Joint Research Center for Material Science. This is the framework of our research framework, or IMR. To contribute to civilization and prosperity of the human society, we are focusing currently the 3 priority areas: energy-related materials, infrastructure materials, and electronic materials for those about 10 to 20 years. So we are focusing on the fundamental material science as well as to lead the development of material science toward the future. And we're searching for the scientific principle related to material-based science and their applications. Here the organization chart. We have 27 research laboratories in research divisions. One laboratory had 1 full professor, 1 associate, and 2 assistant professors. And also we have the collaboration research centers and facilities. So the total, we have 128 professors and 200 students and statistics visitors in the year of this year. And we also have the research center and the project, especially for, I'd like to thank the TUT for long-time collaboration since 2005 about the project on creation of life innovation materials for interdisciplinary and international research development. Here's the budget, about 0.5 billion yen per year. And we have the output about the over 500 publications based on the Web of Science. Thank you for the international collaboration. We have the about 46% of that paper is international joint papers. So I'd like to explain next about the International Joint Research Center for Material Science. Our program, GMATI, is started in 2018, November. It aimed to create a bridge for multi-core collaboration research to establish international open research alliance in material science. We had a previous effort to promote the international collaboration in the form of the International Collaboration Center, ICC-IMR. This mission, the mission of the ICC-IMR was the promoting international collaboration, research, and exchange in material science. So during these over 10 years, we have about 650 visitors from 38 countries. We support that they are visiting. And also, ICC-IMR had other activities like cultivating young generation in the form of material science school for young scientists. Also, ICC-IMR manages the international collaborations. IMR had the exchange agreement with the 48 institutions in 19 countries. And also we created 2 joint laboratories between in China and France. So next, I'd like to explain the outline of our GMATI program. IMR open up our facilities, big facilities like nuclear material science, high field lab, or neutron science, or computational material science. And also we have the laboratories to have the other different kind of the collaborations. when the researcher want to use our resources for material science, they can visit for a few weeks in the form of the single research visit, or they can stay at the IMR for a few months, either in the form of the visiting professors, or for the PhD students, they can have the research fellowships. The special part of our GMATI program is the bridge between domestic, overseas, and IMR. We perform the multi-core research collaboration. That's in the form of the bridging proposal. And always, also we can offer the support for research for young scientists in domestic universities or institute for researching at the overseas institute. And also for exchanging the research community, we have the system for international workshop, and we can also have the long-term collaboration. The budget, in annual budget is for this program is 116 million yen. Here the application process. First, of course, the researcher has to discuss with collaborators and local contact for preparation. Then they can start the proposal submission. We offer 4 times per year to accommodate a different academic calendar among the countries. So we have different kind of the program. Then we have the peer review by referees and decision acceptance by the each center program proposal committees. And after travel budget adjustment, and report to the GMATI Council in 6 weeks, we can accept a proposal. Then we can really start the actual document exchange. In 1 year, they can have the research visit, proposal valid for 1 year. Thereafter a visit, they submit we ask them to submit progress report. Hopefully, it will be finished by the joint journal publications as the outcome. Other ICCR program is the guest professor research fellowship joint project. Perhaps it takes about 8 to 9 weeks for approval or acceptance. But the current COVID-19 influence, we postponed the 2 deadlines to for 1 or 2 months in this year. Also, for research visit, we can accommodate the 1 year delay by request under this current COVID-19 crisis. Here are the application statistics of our program. In 2019, we have the total 520. This year, over 550. So we have clearly we have the increase in the international proposal during these years. I'd like to explain a little bit about our response to the COVID-19. Early in in January and February and March, we had consult the research scheduling with the collaborators, but unfortunately we have the cancellation visit during these 2 months. In April to July, we are preparing for restart of the collaborative research. We start the user operations after 6 weeks stops. During that, we prepared for website online hybrid international workshops. And we start to select by the urgency and number of the infection of each area. Currently, we've been doing the further effort for promoting collaborative research by encouraging users to visit from safer areas and also remote cooperative experiment. And also we can offer by the local contact doing the experiment and online discussions. And also we select the urgent proposal or the depends upon the cell decisions. Also, we now propose the new supporting package for young researchers, Cherish Now, and different kinds. So next, I'd like to briefly explain a little bit about the various resources for collaborative research. We have several big facilities. One in WRHI, for International Research Center for Nuclear Materials Science. It is in the area of the Japan Atomic Energy Agency WRHI site. And here is the WRHI Center. We established in 1969. So we have this research staff led by the Professor Nagai here. Major mission of the WRHI Center is joint research for material irradiation. After we stopped at the JMT or Joyo in Japan site, we opened up the joint usage of the WRHI with their cooperation with the Belgium Institute. And also we offer the post-irradiation experiment with different kind of the analysis. And also we performed actionized science research with different kinds of the apparatus. Collaborative Research and Development Center for Advanced Materials, CRDIM. This is the mission this center had the mission to develop new materials to establish basic principles of process technologies. It was started in 1987. We have the reorganization. Currently, the Professor Masashi is heading. Here, we have we open up for community for various kinds of representative equipment. So for material sensitive station, performance evaluations, and crystal preparations. So we can have the various kinds of the apparatus equipment for material fabrication, evaluation, analysis. Other big facility of our institute, high-field lab for superconducting materials. This center, this lab had the mission to develop new superconducting materials, and also the new phenomenon for high magnetic field. We explore such things. This center is headed by the Professor Nojiri. This is the leading laboratory for high TC-based high-field magnet and cryogen-free magnet technology. Here we offer the different kind of magnet, particularly cryogen-free magnet. This can be used for a long time. And also we have the hybrid magnet and superconducting magnet. So measurement experiment can be done, and particularly high demand magnet operate 300 days per year. The future direction of this center to develop the high power cryogen-free magnet also, and strengthen user program and joint laboratory. And particularly I'd like to mention about the All Japan High Magnetic Field Laboratory Network in the form of Japan High Magnetic Field Collaboratory in the collaboration with Tokyo University, Osaka University, and ours. Center for Computational Materials Science. We offer our supercomputing system for material science research. So we started at the 1988, but now we have the so-called Masamune IMR supercomputing system. So we have about 60 proposals per year, 200 users per year, 60% from other university or institution, and 20% from overseas. So future direction of this center to explore the paradigm shift by super large scale simulation. And we developed a system for user-friendly tools and promotion of material informatics and Computing Consortium for Computer Materials Science in the collaboration of the RIKEN and Tokyo University of Tokyo and Institute of Molecular Science, Okazaki. Final center I would like to mention is the Center for Neutron Science for Advanced Materials, started at the 2010. The mission is collaborative development neutron material science. So we have two main facilities in the Tokai area. JIE offered the research reactor facility, JR3, and the JPAC have the MILF, Materials and Life Science Extension facilities. In Tokai area, we have the four instruments for neutron science. One is in Porano, in JPAC, and three others is in the JR3. Here we call the path taken by each initial. Direction is the expanding use of neutron-based structural research and promotion of advanced research by using polarized neutrons. Particularly, we have the restart of JR3 in next year. That means reopening the joint research in these facilities. High energy polarization analysis spectrometer we set at the MILF JPAC, we call Porano. This was initiated in 2020 with a collaboration with KEK. And first beam was obtained in 2017. Then user program started in 2019. Now we have about 20 proposals, 6 or 7 from overseas. So we explore more in the usage of this kind of facility. So I'd like to summarize. I explained the program. Our Global Institute of Material Research program, we open up the facility to research communities over the world in terms of large-scale facilities, cutting-edge research and talent, and advanced facilities. So we look forward to having fruitful collaboration with you, and thank you very much for your kind attention. That's all.
Thank you, Professor Uruhara, for your informative presentation. Now I'd like to invite Professor Teranishi to deliver his keynote lecture. Professor Teranishi, when you are ready. Thank you. Can you see the screen slides? From Kyoto University, I would like to introduce our activities at International Joint Research Center in ICR. I'd like to speak in Japanese. Normally, the head of the ICR, Mr. Tsuji, was going to deliver this lecture, but due to business, he had to attend. I will speak on his behalf. First of all, today I'd like to cover the activities in ICR, and then I would touch upon the International Joint Use Research Center activities. First of all, as you may know, we have 3 major campuses in Kyoto University. Yoshida campus and Katsura campus focuses on engineering or technical aspect, and we have WRHI campus. At WRHI campus, there are 4 major research centers. One is ICR, the other one is Energy Research Center, and another one is Disaster Prevention Research Institute. All of them are designated as a research basis by MEXT. And ICR has become more internationalized from 2020. At Kyoto University, we have 10 departments, 18 graduate schools. This is quite unique. We have 3 institutes. Of them, 2 are involved in International Joint Usage Research Center. ICR history is written on this chart. 10 years behind the Metal Material Institute, we have become ICR officially. The founding philosophy is as follows. We aim to excel in the investigation of basic principles of chemistry and their applications. I joined ICR in 2011. 1 year before my joining this institute, the research center went through major renovations. So when I joined, it was quite nice. There are 30 labs in the center, and they are divided into 3 centers and 5 divisions. There are a total of 8 groups. Other than, we have other groups than chemistry, physics, inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry, biology, informatics, wide-ranged field. In ICR, we have quite close collaboration among other groups. This is a more detailed organizational chart, 5 divisions and 3 centers, as I said. Under these, we have an International Joint Usage Research Center. Naturally, we are also involved in education. 30 labs provide lectures for 6 graduate schools of Kyoto University. In ICR, there are common facilities and instruments. From top left, we have high-resolution mass spectroscopy, and we have DNPM-MR. I think there are only 2 units in Japan. And there are other NMRs as well. We have electron spectrometer, and we do have supercomputers. So we have wide range of data. And we have an intense short pulse laser system as well. Other than international collaborative research, we carry out other type of researches, and those who are not in the international collaborative research can also use these instruments. ICR are working on 3 major projects. One is International Joint Usage Research. The second is actually there are this is a project supported by 4 different research labs. It's a project related to IRCCS. And at WRHI campus, we have under-roof type projects. So these are 3 major projects. Related to JST, PREST, Alpha, large-scale projects have been carried out. For Kakenfi, we have other research programs. So these are some of the examples of collaborative research we are carrying out. This shows another history. Our ICR was designated as a joint usage research center in 2010. I joined in 2011, so already it has been working as a joint usage research center when I joined. I moved from Tsukuba University to Kyoto University. Until I joined ICR, I never knew about Joint Usage Research Center core function. As I said, the founding philosophy is to promote collaborative research. Back then, in 2010, was to contribute to the domestic collaborative work. And we were designated as a basis for the collaborative research. The second term of the Joint Usage Research Center started in 2016. We are showing a number of proposals with a blue line, and green shows the accepted number. We have accepted like 80 proposals. From MEX, we received some funds, but not only that, we do have budget allocated for ICR. So these funds and budget put together, we have quite a nice amount of fund to support our activities. From 2014, we have an increasing number of proposals and accepted numbers, and we started international collaborative work from 2014. But budget for international collaborative work is spent on travel expenses, so the number has been limited, but the rate of international collaborative research increased from first term to second term. In 2018, there were about 160 applications, and we accepted about 120 applications. And 20% of 120 accepted proposals were international collaborative research proposals. Regarding the joint work, we have the following achievements. We have been promoting interdisciplinary researches, and we have many outcomes from interdisciplinary research work. ICR, Professor Wakamiya and others created joint venture companies. And there is a JST-related large-scale projects like JST Excel and others. And we have been expanding international network. We have a JSPS core-to-core program. We have been expanding the range of our activities, scope of our activities. So our activity has been widely recognized, and from 2018, we have been recognized as one of the 6 international joint usage research centers. Our target is, as written here, 関連はもちろんなんですが、関連分野の進化と連携を基軸とする先端学際グローバル研究拠点。We aim to be a global frontier or interdisciplinary research core in ICR for deepening investigation and promoting collaboration in chemistry-oriented fields. I would like to expand on our international side of the research. The activities of IGJURC, there are three main objectives. The first is to promote international and domestic collaboration. Naturally, we promote international collaborations, but we will continue to focus on domestic collaboration so that we will be able to maintain domestic competitiveness as well. This fiscal year, 130 collaboration work have been supported, of which 50% is international collaboration. We have 4 categories of researches for receiving application of the proposal. First category is field-specific researches. The second is proposal-based researches. We set all the applicants will make proposal. This is similar to Kaken researches. And the third is the promotion of collaborative and multidisciplinary researches. Mainly, we support Symposium, etc. And the fourth category is facilities and equipment use type of categories. So we offer our support to these 4 types of 4 categories of work. The second objective is to develop international academic network. Asia, Europe, Oceania, society meetings, and person-to-person network will be utilized to form consortium, etc. Professor Teranishi?
インタープレテーションのところの、方をオフにしていただけ
You
ま
have
すでしょ
to
うか。
turn off the interpretation button.
はい、通訳ボタンの方の。
Please turn off your interpretation button.
ちょっと一回終了しますね。
Okay, I will
通訳を
interrupt my presentation.
はい。
There is an interpretation button. You have to turn it off.
わかりました。ありがとうございます。
大丈夫ですか？
Is it okay now?
声が重なって聞こえてるんです。
So you are hearing my voice and interpreter's voice, right?
私の方はオフになっています。
On my side, it's turned off.
じゃあそのままお願いいたします。
Okay, you can continue.
じゃあ続けさせて。
I will continue then.
で3番目が
The third
これは
objective
どこでもありますが、
is, I think this is common to any other institutions, development of young researchers or support young researchers.
これは拠点活動の前は科学研究所が母体となってやっていた支援活動なんですが、これは短期の
short-term exchange
派遣
program
あるいは受け入れ
for young
ですね
researchers.
若手研究者で海外から
From
の若手
overseas, we invite
40歳
young
未満
researchers
の方々を
younger than
30から
40 years of age.
受け入れ
We accept them for 3 to 12 weeks and roughly 10 students per year. And we send young researchers to overseas
これも
institutes
2週間から12週間
roughly from 2 weeks to 12 weeks,
1名あたり50
amounting
万ぐらい
to 10 students per year. We have about 500,000 yen budget per person. It was done by chemical lab, but from 2020, from last year, we have been
それでこれが拠点のこの組織のオーバービューになります。
doing this.
我々はもちろんハ
Young
ブ
researcher
と
exchange.
言いましても、これは
This shows the
その
organization.
人あるい
We
は
call it
研
as a
究者をつな
hub,
ぐハブという意
but
味
this
と、
is
あ
a
とは分野を
hub
つなぐハブという2つ
to
の
have a network of researchers, and
もちろ
also
ん日本
we
の大
serve
学あ
as
る
a
いは研
hub
究所の
of
方と
different research
海外の大学研究
area.
者の方をつなぐ。だからこの個
We
人
are
的に
bridging
その1対1でつなぐだけ
the
ではなくて、
researchers
日本の方
from
と
home and
海
abroad.
外の方を
This is not only
知らない方同士も
one-to-one
共通の知り合いとして
ICR works as a hub or bridge to connect domestic institutions to overseas institutions. We have common use equipment and facilities. Here, we have people working. They are bridged by us. We have administrative staff and technical staff who provide support for the use of various instruments. Our work has been appreciated, and many people say that research activities can be carried out very smoothly. And I work as head of this organization. Under the research institution head, we have a management council, and also we have international advisory board. We invite 5 international members. Under management council, we have collaboration committee. In this collaboration committee, we have subcommittee that corresponds to 4 categories of research fields. 4 field-specific committee. We have 5 areas, and there's also project-specific subcommittees, and we have reviewers or committee members, Japanese and non-Japanese. This shows the selection process of proposals. For field-specific proposals, what kind of fields should be recommended? Or if necessary, we will seek guidance from management council members. And if based on their response, we announce the offering for proposals and documents are reviewed by a collaboration committee. And the results of the reviewing by collaboration committee will be sent to International Advisory Board or Management Council for final decision. After 1 year, publication and utilization of the results will happen. For 2021 fiscal year, call will start next month. So please notify your colleagues and institutions. This table shows our research budget for IGURC. This includes both our budget and also Kakenhi fee. Field-specific and proposal-based research are the main, but more advanced or explanatory for international research work, roughly 1 million yen budget is assigned. Maybe not 100%, but 80% of the budget is allocated. For domestic collaboration, 80% is the limit. Until this fiscal year, we have this number of proposal and accepted proposals. On the left-hand side, we are showing you the amount of grant. Until we are designated as International Joint Usage Research Center, more proposals, over 200. But if we accepted more proposals, so we ran out of budget, so we have to limit, or we have to be selective in so that we can provide higher budget for good quality collaborative work. This bar chart shows the rate of international collaborative work. From 2018 to 2019, there's a big jump, and this year, 50% of the accepted proposals are international. But the percentage of international work increases, and domestic work will be suffering. So we would like to maintain roughly 50-50 percentage for domestic and international collaborations. Now, about networking. We have about 69, actually. 69. We signed MOU with 69 departments of different institutions. Excuse me. There's a strong interaction between us and institution that we have MOU with. And as we started being international JRC, we have been supporting 20 countries. And in Shanghai, we opened an open laboratory in Shanghai, led by Professor WRHI. And there's a strong collaboration between institutions around Shanghai. This shows our network with Southeast Asia, Oceania, Europe. There are major projects ongoing in these areas. By a member of ICR participating in these major projects, we can form consortium. So we have been making efforts to establish a network. About the United States, their individual-based project is quite strong. They don't have culture for collaborative research, so it's very difficult to establish a network. So with the United States, we try to establish a person-to-person, individual-based network. Last slide. Development of young researchers. This year, this fiscal year, due to COVID-19, we weren't able to exchange young researchers. But until last year, we have been sending about 10 young researchers for about 2 to 3 months to overseas, and received 6 members from overseas. Next fiscal year, we would like to do the same. If we were to overcome COVID-19. If you want to know more details, we have a new website. So if you search IJURC, if you access our website, you can see more details. And call for 2021 will start from next month. So that's it from me. Thank you.